Well, this took its sweet time, both in translation and for me. Well, let's just say it was nighttime. It's finally the Black Clover chapter. I think the last of the hot mangas we will get this week. Seeing, or maybe after Gintama, since, well, it's uh, it's an entire break of the mangas I get. It's gonna be an extremely boring week. Never mind that. What can we say about this chapter? Well, you all recall Yami's badass entrance in the Black Clover in the chapter 72. This is 73. Well, Yami cut Mr. Despair, and yes, he did indeed die. I mean, I know, not even, well, I don't, unless of course you're the homunculus. Not even shonen heroes can survive if they're split in two. At least I do not know anyone besides an ability that could bada bada. But either way, he cut Veto in two, and Veto is dead. While that is good, at the same time, I'm actually beginning to wonder: isn't that speeding up a little bit? We hardly knew that villain, although he was extremely well. His character was basically there. All they said it was the same as me: despair, despair, despair. Well, I guess he had too drowned in the sea of despair. So, well, of course, everybody begins to flock around the captain, doing their, well, emotional moments. Funeral crying, Vanessa saying she's in love, Noel being tsundere, and, well, Aster being fanboyish, of course, and he tries to kill them for that. It's then that the, well, weird thing you can almost say happen. Nero appears. Now, when I think about it, we have hardly seen Nero this entire arc. He disappears, then he appears in some pages, but it's clear that he sometimes sits on Asta's head. But now he hasn't been that. In fact, even Lampshade was saying this hasn't happened for a while. It's the exact same scene, well, almost the exact same scene, back when Nero first appeared, confirming, and he has a magic stone in his mouth, which he gives to the others, confirming that that village, the first job Aster did, was indeed a magic stone. Let's now talk a quick theory here. There's a popular, well, I may guess not popular. Black Clover doesn't really have that many readers, but there is somewhat a theory that Nero is more than just an anti-magic bird. And strangely enough, I'm actually beginning to agree. He appeared after Aster won his first battle, somehow under the hood of Asta, and for some reason he knows where all these anti-magic swords are, not to mention where these magic stones are. Is this bird somewhat more unique than other anti-magic birds, or is that popular fear that he may be something in disguise and is only helping Aster to further his own ends correct? Well, I hope it's not like that. Then again, it would explain everything. But, well, the high priest thanked them for everything, and so Yami says they'll take the stone, revealing that the priest never knew where the stone was. He was only looking in their thoughts and knew where they were looking for. And so the Black Bull have to rest in the underwater city for a day, seeing that they can use Funeral space magic to get back on the ground because he needs to see a place to teleport. But his magic is pretty drained. And they all have their, well, established moments during that time. Gosh misses Mary. Finral is criticizing Gosh for criticizing him, and also being pretty amazed that Grey is beautiful. Grey is, although I may have said that, I feel sometimes it's kind of cute when a girl have a bed sheets over their head and all that stuff. It's kind of cute. And she is embarrassed. Vanessa says she will kill Finral if he continues to look like that, and also lectures Grey that she needs to not get embarrassed over her looks, or she won't make it far in the world. In fact, the fact that she says, I know. Then Magna criticizing Vanessa for, yes, she's still in her underwear and bra, by Vanessa calling him a virgin. The only one who is not injured is actually Charmy, who is extremely hungry. But the people of the water temple are extremely thankful for the Black Bull. It's not often the Black Bull are actually thanked. Well, duh, they're destructive saviors, not life savers. So that's kind of big. They all have their, well, resolve. With luck and Magna to get stronger. And Coach wanna see Mary, and, well, Grey wants to not be embarrassed. Elsewhere, Noelle is crying over Kano's uh, broken voice, but she says in her telepathy that she still will get her voice healed, and she will sing. And once she became famous, she wants her to look in the out on the surface. If you're asking me, I really hope she will get her throat healed, but there's something that tells me she will not. Oh yeah, and Kaito will. He has fallen in love with Noelle, thanks to her beautiful tears and her smile. He's saying she's the goddess of the water temple. I think I'm in love. And also, he also proclaims that he will get his leg healed. His leg was chopped off, and didn't the high priest confirm that there is no magic powerful enough to restore a lost limb? I mean, it would be extremely tragic if these water temple siblings lose their dreams, but something tells me that Veto won that fight. We'll see, won't we? Finally, Jami the guy actually pays a tribute to Veto by giving him a little grave, and Astar is also coming there, walking around the temple with both his arms in a broken, but has found some flowers that he planted on Veto's grave. One can say that while some criticize Asta for being the standard shonen hero, he is still one of those shonen heroes that is extremely kind-hearted. I mean, I know we're not alone in shonen jump heroes that have extreme kind hearts, but hear me out. He has there's just something about his kind heart that's a little bit different. He sympathized with Mars, and even though he couldn't forgive Veto for all the things he did, he at the same time could sympathize with him for hating this world. I mean, saying something like he was the one who was deepest in despair was Veto, and that's true. The people that have drowned in the sea of despair only wants to make other people feel that despair. I should know. After all, I have drowned in it too. But of course, Yame just lectures him, saying that he shouldn't think too deeply about it. All you have to do is chase your own dreams. As the chapter ends, he pulls Asta's headband over his eyes, and since Asta has broken arms, he cannot he cannot pull it back. That's basically this chapter. And well, as I said before, is Nero just an anti-magic bird, or is there just something different about him? Also, it's a pretty. It's we'll see if the Black Bull can now make themselves resolved to get stronger, because the battle has not yet went over. But now that Vet is confirmed to be dead, what is gonna happen to the White Knight Eye? They had the third eye. Now they only have two. If these Are we only gonna see this in the last two arcs? I mean, the third eye appears and then they're gonna die. Don't get me wrong, I won't complain, but I know the critics will. But, uh, but or is this just gonna get one step closer to Lich's anger? I mean, if Lich has now rested from his seal, I have a feeling he is now crying enormous amount of tears, because it is confirmed that Vet and he was childhood friends. So yeah, what do you think about Nero? Will we see the Water Temple siblings? Moreover, I think not next week, the next chapter, which will take a little while to be released, mind you, I have a feeling it will be a break chapter. I mean, you know, a chapter where we just cool down and settle into the next arc. But I hope we will see Leo soon again. Give me your thoughts if you have any.